All right.
So, we're going to be taking a look here at the MVP space defense as they come out here. It's going to be Pelka on the Reaper, Poro on McCree, Sylph on Mercy, Dejun going to be on the Zarya, Kuki going to be on Winston, and June on the Lucio. So, composition-wise, nothing... Well, it's a little bit different here.
Yeah.
There's no Reinhardt.
It's not too far out of the ordinary, though. The defense of Winston's a little bit odd. The fact they're not running a 76 and they're instead running a McCree feels a little bit different, especially for a Route 66 term. So, yeah, but it's nothing just kind of game-breaking and strange. We'll see how that goes. On the offense, though, right now, Nero does change to that Winston. Clone Man will be on Reinhardt. Supreme will be on Zarya. So they're running triple tank right out of the gate. Transcendence is now on the Zenyatta, but it's not the PTR, so he might switch. Red Panda will be on Mei, also not the PTR, he might switch. Lonezilla for the moment on Pharah. I think they're just trolling me all the way across the board.
Well, I don't know.
Are they running this Bastion?
Is Bastion getting out of the spawn? El Presidente is on the way. Red Panda is out of the spawn. Bastion lovers rejoice because here comes Bastion early on in this game. We'll see if it works out.
All right.
I do think, though, that the Zarya-Winston combination could be just what they need to leap in on this. So I don't know what to expect here as Hotline Mei and MVP Space about to face off.
Yeah, they're not even jumping card or showing it or anything. Now it comes in as Red Panda bumps around the corner here. Does nothing, really.
This is a unique start to a Route 66 game. I don't think we've seen a game start quite like this. They are moving Bastion in slowly here, just treating him like a siege tank. Winston is going to leap into the back. Does get Zarya shield start this as Poro gets first ball of the game, taking out Lonezilla. Bastion will fall. Good flanks coming out here from MVP Space, and it's Poro not done on the flank yet. Moving to the back line, was not able to finish off Mercy and Widow. Came really close. Buzz coming out already from Narrow. As for McCree right now, very committed to flank. Poro will be able to get the big help. He's going to live, at least for now.
Kuki's gonna die here, right? He should not be in 1v5.
No, he gets taken out. Just Reinhardt Hammer alone enough for that. Poro's still on the flank. Here comes the Deadeye. Going to get met right by an Earth Shatter. He had the happy little skulls coming up, but can't do that when you get knocked to the ground.
No, it's been, it's been kind of weird. It's the best way to describe it. It's been a little bit sloppy. There's been skirmishes, and not necessarily a team fight has even happened in this game.
Yeah, this has been one of the strangest fights games I think I've seen in general coming up with both sides, but Poro and Kuki are able to collapse here on to Hotline Mei. Power Rage coming out from Kuki was about to go down, and here comes Rez from the side of Hotline Mei, but they are all sorts of disorganized as Poro picks up 3 kills on the Deadeye, gets Bastion to complete the 4, and MVP Space gonna hold on.
Yeah, completely stabilized off of that Deadeye. That was just weird. All over the place, weird. No team fight happened, no real combination of ults. That was, dare I say, the pubbiest game I've seen in a while.
I'm not even, it felt even more unique than even a pub.
Yeah.
Pubs, I feel like, have a different rhythm than what was going on there. It was just strange. I don't really know how to classify it. But Clement is able to take out Poro here. Poro's been sort of the anchor of this MVP defense that we've seen here thus far. 2 kills coming out in a hurry. And we're getting a res here from Sylph in just a moment. So the res is going to come up. MVP Poro coming back to life off of that. And now he's going right in on Narrow. Does take out Narrow right in the back. So there's not going to be a res here from the offense. Good pick off from Poro as he, again, is coming on the flank. Able to get Lonezilla. This looks like it's going to be successful defense here from MVP Space.
Yeah, Poro's been the carry. It's just strange where he's been setting up, too. He's been behind them all the time. It's like offense and defense have switched areas here. He's been over by the sign in small pack for most of the match, and he's getting a ton of kills on it. They're just not seeing him as he creeps over there. So Poro's definitely been the MVP so far in this match.
Oh, we have a flanking Dejun right now on the Zarya, looking for the Graviton. Will get the Graviton. 4 people getting sucked in there, and that's going to be a quick 4 kills coming out here from MVP Space. The Zarya ambush working out.
Well, so last push incoming. They are off of that Bastion. They do switch to a Reaper and a Lucio instead. Yeah, but 20 seconds left, and they're in danger of not getting this first point.
Well, Pelka right now on the same flank spot. Zarya no longer with him, but just waiting here for someone to come over here as Reaper. Does get Zarya shielded, moves in. Zarya, of course, coming right behind it towards the end as Poro once again laying the MJ, able to take out Red Panda. 2 kills here for the side of MVP space. Cloman gonna get stunned right out of his charge. And MVP space now, a few kills away from really solidifying this out. As Lonezilla going to go down, the last few people on the cart. They have MVP space, has total control in and around the cart area. Zarya able to pick up an extra kill. And Nero not going to get a res up anytime soon, and very much under assault right now. 8 HP, 0 HP. And this could be it here, X.
Yeah, the resurrection does come out for MVP, does not come out for the offense. As you mentioned, Nero was murked early in that fight. They're going to struggle to even kind of keep this into overtime. They're going to have to trickle in and hope for a miracle.
A miracle might not be happening. Reaper will be able to Wraith form right on, so he's going to die immediately. Death Blast coming out from Pelka, perhaps a little bit extra. Deadeye comes out immediately, takes out Tracer, and yeah, the offense is streaming in, but they're not going to be able to reestablish control here. Just too many people went down. Rez does come in, though. I think maybe they had more of a chance late game than credit for, but a little bit too little, too late on that. And MVP Space does not have to bring this card very far here, Hex, to win this map.
No, we started watching MVP Space to try to like figure out what they're about and where they're at, things like that, try to get a peek at the Korean meta, and I have never seen a weirder 2 minutes of Overwatch than I saw to open that game. I have no
the
idea.
Beginning of that game, that was just bizarre on so many levels. It turned more into a normal game later on, just good flanking coming out from Poro. The only thing I'll say for Hotline Mei is I feel like Poro could have been punished a lot more. I mean, a McCree on the flank is hardly the most invincible of characters. You can dive right in on him. Even just the presence of a mere offensive Roadhog alone would have just completely ruined Poro's day.
Yeah, he was the carry there. So this yellow square on the ground is all they have to get to, a very small objective for the offense that is going to be MVP Space. Of course, they are going to be running a D.Va. I think that actually might stick. I've seen so much more D.Va in the Korean meta. And also, like, she's just been kind of played a little more often. Of course, Numbani is where she shines the most. I think if this patch goes live, you'll see D.Va in absolutely every game. Poro will be on the Pharah, Sylph on Mercy. MVP June is going to be playing the Lucio. Pelka on Genji. And what are we calling the name?
Dejun.
Yeah.
Dejun is going to be on the Winston.
Fair enough. Thank you.
And hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. I want to believe I am. But take a look here at the defense coming out here from the side of Hotline Mei. It's going to be Lonezilla on the 76, Transcendent on the Reaper, Red Panda on Lucio, Supreme on the Zarya, Nero on Mercy, and Cloneman 16 going to be on the Reinhardt. So for them, they have to hold here very firmly for over 4 minutes. Not even all the way at last, but, or the last part of first point, but pretty far up here if they want to actually have a chance. And oh my goodness, that spray of Reinhardt arm wrestling. I think it is.
I like where they're holding here on the defense, though. They know they have to, like, cover this door so that the offense can't come in through there, and that this is the area they have to hold. That's how bad their offense was. They have to hold in front of this yellow square.
Not a lot of room for error here for the side of Hotline Mei. Hotline Mei wanting to stay out of lower bracket, but here comes the offense of MVP Space, not wasting a whole lot of time. D.Va leading the way. That D.Va will get knocked out of her mech in the beginning, but still not the worst approach here for MVP Space. Poro coming in over the top, looking for the rocket pickoffs onto 76. Lonezilla will go down. Pelka also in the back line right now. So first pick off to MVP Space. They get 1 or 2 more. They could really snowball this in favor, but Supreme and Transcendence, they're saying no. They turn things a little bit more in their favor. Still pretty much a brawl here. But here comes the res coming out from the side. Sophie's going to bring up. Nero is dead. There won't be a res from the defense. And the defense now in trouble as Pelka brings out the Dragon Blade, slicing and dicing.
Nero was...
Winston. They're going to clear that out, and this is going to be map here for MVP Space.
Nero was playing so well before that, too. He just got greedy on it. He clutched out a res. He was at like 80 when things were starting to go bad. He was able to get enough to get 100%, then died before he popped it. That's brutal. So that is MVP Space moving on in a strange Route 66 map. I don't think I learned anything about MVP Space. I learned that their McCree play is pretty good. If it goes unnoticed, that their McCree play can be very good.
Well, the thing about McCree play, the way that Poro is playing there, is that it did work out really well in this game. It's just that you can't really do that versus a lot of the team comps that a lot of other NA teams run. Like, for example, Coolmat in a lot of cases would be running an offensive Roadhog in that situation. You're not going to be able to do that as McCree. You're going to get hooked in, and you will die pretty firmly if you're a McCree that's not near a shield or cover in any sort of way. So I mean, it worked out for MVP space there. I'm not super convinced it would work out against Nubris later on if they are able to get the Nubris. We'll see what the next matchup is going to be. We'll take a look at the bracket here in just a moment, but that was our round of 64. MVP space versus Hotline Mei. MVP space going to move on.
Yeah, they're going to face Paragon Overwatch next. Street Hoops has moved on. They are 20B in the bracket, a former TF2 team. Have been trying to make their name. They've looked decent lately. They're up and down, kind of that tier 2, maybe tier 3 of North American teams. C Algae has moved on. They've been really exciting to watch. A lot of Overwatch veterans on that squad, comprising that new roster as well. They claim that they have had really good results in scrims. So definitely a team to keep an eye on as we move forward. Moving through the lower bracket, One Shot has gotten through, Kingdom OW has gotten through as well, so kind of expected results.
All right, so there is at least one player recognized on Team Paragon moving forward. Spazzo has been a player in and around the comp scene for quite a while. Frequent contributor in a Discord channel that a lot of the top players frequent, so that's going to be interesting, especially if he loses, in which case we could just throw this in his face entirely. And I don't know who the favor here. MVP space did look like they were doing some things pretty well. I'm not thinking that they're going to be a juggernaut just yet or anything like that, but going into the next round, I don't know who to really favor. Could see either team taking it.
Yeah, that Discord channel, I frequent there occasionally. I mostly lurk. Every time I type, Lynx makes fun of me for not watching Pokemon, so... Lynx.
Is that what's been going on? Like, I haven't seen you type in there in a while.
It's been a bit. I did pop in last night, and I tried to defend myself in my childhood, and Lynx was having none of it. Lynx, of course, of Creation Esports fame, a wonderful Overwatch player, is still baffled by my lack of Pokemon knowledge.